Welcome to the Soul Rest, where heavy days come to rest. Tonight, we're sitting with a quiet question. Why do kind hearts often get hurt? Not occasionally, not rarely, often. If you've ever given your best, loved with sincerity, shown up with patience, only to feel overlooked, misunderstood, or left behind, stay here. We are not blaming anyone tonight. We are not diagnosing you. We are not hardening your heart. We're simply observing something many gentle people quietly carry. Take a slow breath in and let it go. Let's begin. There is a quiet myth many of us grow up believing. If you are kind, life will be kind back. If you are loyal, you will be protected. If you are patient, things will eventually balance out. But life does not operate on emotional symmetry. Kindness is not a shield. It does not prevent betrayal. It does not guarantee reciprocity. It does not make you immune to neglect. And when someone who loves deeply discovers this, the hurt feels sharper because it feels unfair. I gave so much. I tried so hard. I was always there. Yes, you were. But giving does not create obligation in others. It reveals who they are. And that realization can be painful. Not because you were wrong to give, but because you expected your depth to be mirrored. Kind people often assume others feel as deeply as they do. They assume care is mutual, effort is noticed, emotion is shared. But there is something rarely discussed. Not everyone experiences connection the same way. Some love with intensity, some love with convenience, some love with curiosity, some love with distance. When a deeply feeling person connects with someone more emotionally detached, a gap forms. The kind heart leans in, the other person leans back. Not maliciously, just naturally. And the leaning in continues. More understanding, more patience, more explaining. Until one day, the kind heart feels exhausted. Not because love is heavy, but because imbalance is. Kindness itself does not create suffering. Attachment does. Attachment to being understood. Attachment to being valued. Attachment to being chosen in the same way you choose. When you give, you may tell yourself you expect nothing. But deep down, there is often a quiet hope. They will see me. They will appreciate this. They will respond in kind. Hope is human. But when hope hardens into expectation, peace becomes conditional. Your calm depends on their behavior. Your sense of worth depends on their response. Your emotional stability depends on their consistency. That is a heavy burden to place on another person, and an even heavier one to carry yourself. Kind hearts often confuse boundaries with cruelty. They believe saying no is harsh. They believe pulling back is selfish. They believe needing space is dramatic. So they override discomfort. They tolerate small misalignments. They forgive before clarity. They adjust before being asked. And each adjustment feels loving, but over time, it erodes something quiet inside. Resentment. Not loud resentment, soft resentment. The kind that whispers, I'm giving more than I'm receiving. But instead of stepping back, they give more. Because giving feels safer than confronting. And confrontation feels like risking connection. So they stay gentle, even when gentleness is costing them peace. Highly empathetic people often internalize others' emotions. If someone withdraws, they assume they caused it. If someone is distant, they search for their own mistake. If someone pulls away, they replay every interaction. Empathy is beautiful, but without awareness, it becomes self-blame. Not every shift is your fault. Not every ending is your failure. Not every silence is a reflection of your inadequacy. Sometimes people leave because they are inconsistent. Sometimes people withdraw because they lack emotional depth. Sometimes people disconnect because they were never as invested. But the kind heart often asks, "What did I do wrong?" instead of asking, "What does this reveal about them?" That shift matters. Kind hearts often overinvest early. They show full sincerity before safety is established. They reveal depth before trust is tested. They assume emotional reciprocity before it is proven. This is not weakness, it is openness. But openness without pacing can create vulnerability without foundation. When you give access to your emotional core too quickly, you attach before you understand. And attachment makes everything feel amplified. A delayed reply feels significant. A slight change in tone feels alarming. A missed effort feels catastrophic, because your heart is already fully present. And when the other person is not equally present, the imbalance becomes painful. Kind hearts often believe love can repair misalignment. If I'm patient enough, if I explain gently, if I love consistently. But love cannot fix emotional capacity. It cannot increase someone's depth. It cannot manufacture maturity. And trying to fix what is fundamentally mismatched creates exhaustion. You are not meant to convince someone to value you. You are not meant to teach someone how to show up. You are not meant to earn reciprocity through endurance. That is not love. That is negotiation for basic emotional safety. The shift does not require becoming colder. It requires becoming clearer. Clear about what you need. Clear about what you tolerate. Clear about what drains you. Boundaries do not make you unkind. They make your kindness sustainable. When you give from overflow, not depletion, your heart remains soft without becoming fragile. When you care without attaching your worth to the outcome, love becomes lighter. You can give freely, but you no longer grip tightly. You can care deeply, but you no longer abandon yourself. It is possible to remain gentle and still protect your peace. It is possible to love fully without overextending. It is possible to show up without shrinking your needs. The goal is not to love less, it is to attach less, to offer without bargaining internally, to care without collapsing when someone fails to reciprocate, to understand that your kindness is a reflection of you, not a contract with them. When someone cannot meet you where you stand, it does not reduce your value. It clarifies compatibility. And clarity is a gift, even when it hurts. A kind heart does not need to harden. It needs discernment. Discernment asks, is this mutual? Is this healthy? Is this balanced? Not an accusation, but an awareness. Wisdom allows kindness to coexist with self-respect. It replaces silent endurance with gentle clarity. It replaces self-blame with observation. It replaces overgiving with conscious choice. And suddenly, the pattern changes, not because the world changes, but because you do. If you are someone who loves deeply, who gives sincerely, who shows up fully, there is nothing wrong with your heart. It does not need to become smaller. It does not need to become guarded. It only needs to become wiser. The goal is not to stop being kind. It is to stop abandoning yourself in the process. This has been the Soul Rest. If this reflection felt grounding tonight, you're always welcome here. You can subscribe to the Soul Rest for more quiet conversations like this. Until next time, may your heart remain soft, may your boundaries remain clear, and may your peace no longer depend on who chooses to stay. Good night.